Market crash and altcoin season is near. Welcome to today's live stream. In this live stream, we'll be talking about a possibility of a market crash, market correction, which I don't want to go ahead and scare anybody. It is completely normal and it is needed. And that's actually what we're seeing today in the market, right? We do see that somewhat the stock market is or did close in a red, right? Which typically is not a good sign leading into the coming weeks or even over the weekend. There might be some major sort of event. Typically what always happens when we see this kind of market structure, right? So welcome in today's live stream. As I mentioned already, we're going to be talking about the market correction, possible market correction, and we're going to be talking about altcoins and a few other pointers that I do believe we could be preparing ourselves for altcoin season. How is it going, Ken? What's up, guys? Long time no see. I haven't seen you in a while, bro. How you been? Goldie, how's it going, Goldie? Great to see you again. Hell yeah, I've been waiting forever for a freaking correction. Let's freaking go. Ryan, how's it going, man? I hope you're having a wonderful day today, Ryan, and I hope you're doing good. Let's go. The bigger the poop, the bigger the pump. I agree with you. Yes. And this is just a warning, right? I don't want to go ahead and panic anybody, but as I mentioned, we can't go ahead and have multiple people agreeing with the same sentiment, right? If I'm extremely bullish, we're all going to get wrecked, right? So I need to stay a little bit neutral, a little bit more cautious, go against what everybody's saying right now in the market, right? A lot of people are extremely bullish, and that is not the way I'm feeling. I'm seeing more red flags than green flags. It doesn't mean that altcoin season isn't near. So let me go ahead and make my screen a little bit lower because you came here to look at some charts and not look at my face, right? So let's go ahead and start minimizing the screen. Hopefully that's better right there. Not too much on the way. Let's go ahead and if you can't see anything, chat, just please let me know if this is good right here. If I should probably have, I think that should be good right here. We'll leave it as this. I don't want to be all over the freaking screen, right? So let's go ahead and head over to the video right now. Make sure we are officially good. I mean, I do see you here today, so it does look extremely well. So let me go ahead and start posting the live stream to the community, right? I try to use a little scary freaking thumbnail, right? Because that's the only way people want to go ahead and click on a video. I do need to use a little bit of clickbait. As I mentioned, this is bullish. For anybody that's bullish long term, should be excited to go ahead and see what's going on in the market right now. So don't panic. Don't get scared, but overall, I do believe this is really bullish for the market, especially for all those that have been looking for an early entry for the market. So let me go ahead and post this real quick, and we should be getting ready to go ahead and do some technical analysis. I hope all of you are having a wonderful day today, had a wonderful day today. Good night, good morning, and good afternoon for many, right? We are now live. All right, awesome. So we just posted that to the community. Now let me go ahead and pull up the live stream on my phone. That way it's easier for me to read comments because like all the comments are on my right side and I could barely freaking see, man. I should be using glasses, which they're right here, but the glare on the freaking light that I have right here is like shining straight onto my face, which is definitely going to go ahead and impact when I'm doing the live stream, right? So let me go ahead and pull out the stream right here. Okay, Ken, how's it going, Ken? Hope you're having a good one today. Let's see what Ken is saying. Well, I'm walking my dog in a park, so I'm not going to be chatting, but I'm listening. Awesome, man. AKA Piff Daddy. Let's freaking go, Ken. How is it going over there where you're at right now? It looks pretty wonderful for me. I can't wait to go ahead and go for a walk later on today. It is Friday for me. Rocky, how's it going, Rocky? Hope you're having a good one. So let's go ahead and get started with today's live stream. All right, let's go ahead and talk about this possible market correction, or should we say market correction. So right now we see right here on Solana, we have come down to this 110 support that we talked about earlier today, which is extremely bullish for the market right now. This is where the big concerns come in. If we do lose the support on Solana at around this 110, which we've slightly have fallen down below, but as long as we don't close below it, also keep in mind we could also have a fake out where it closes down below it. We have a lot of shorts getting ready to gear up to go ahead and push this to the downside, and then we're going to have a short squeeze to the upside. So still a lot of volatility, something you still have to be extremely careful for, because we do see those kind of market volatility liquidity grabs where we will go ahead and push it down to the downside in order for bears to get excited to then go ahead and push it even further, even up, in order for that liquidity grab, kind of like what we're seeing right here, right? What we saw right here at the bottom, we were consolidating at this area of support pretty nicely for a few couple days, roughly around, let's say 15 days, and then out of nowhere we lost a support structure and then got that liquidity grab as a lot of bears began to short heavily onto their position, planning and thinking that Solana was going to come down to these areas around 50 to 60, right? And we actually had something do the opposite. We're actually, touched it from the bottom and it pumped it all the way to the top. So this is something we could also be expecting with Solana. So be extremely careful right now when it comes to longing or shorting any positions. We do see the RSI cross right here, which is not too good of a sign, I'm gonna be honest with you. But as Solana starts coming down, this is actually a bullish case, right, for a lot of the meme tokens. Looking at the 4-hourly chart on Solana, it is extremely bullish. We do see a lot of buying pressure right here. This is a nice little area of support. And if we do go ahead and break towards this back up to the 110 and above, we will be approaching 147, right? So it's not exactly a full-on market correction like a lot of you might be waiting for, but we are getting near a market correction, right? Whether that could be in a week, whether that could be in 2 weeks, whether that could be in a week and a half. But as soon as Solana reaches the zone right here around 145 to that 150 zone, I do believe a correction will be happening, and that's when Bitcoin will correct to new levels of around $40,000 to $42,000, right? So just be aware, just be cautious. I don't want any of you to get extremely bullish about what's going on in the market. This is a good time to make money, but this is a time to also be concerned and be aware of what's going on overall, right? So Solana is looking pretty good. I do believe Solana is going to continue to rip even higher. We're also seeing right here Bitcoin kind of slightly consolidating. Indecision is right now in the market. If we go on the daily and on the 4-hourly, we do see that we have been holding this nice area of support around $51,000, right? So we're getting ready to break past $52,000 and above. And somebody actually told me earlier today, hey John, do you think Bitcoin could go ahead and have a weekend rip? And I said it all depends on how the stock market ends, right? Stock market ended actually in a red, which is typically not a good sign, but it does look like the DXY is coming down, right? Which is actually bullish for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's actually not doing too bad, and I do expect some sort of weekend momentum coming in just based on what we're looking at right now. This is usually a sign that there is going to be a lot of volatility coming into the weekend. So we could be seeing Bitcoin finally break past this strong area of resistance at around 52,800 during this weekend. I think there's a high probability that could happen. But right now, so far, even in the hourly, we are holding a nice area of support. I do believe, coming into Asian session and London session, we should be getting a little bit more momentum coming into Bitcoin. But the same thing with Bitcoin, as I mentioned, a strong area that I'm looking at for resistance is within this range right here at 57,309, right? So we're not that far away, chat, and this is the reason why I made this video with a warning. Market crash is coming. We're only about a 8% pump away from reaching that level, right? And when we start reaching this level, there's going to be a lot of euphoria into the market, and I don't want any of you to go ahead and get wrecked. So be very, very careful when you're entering a lot of your positions, whether you're longing or shorting. And if you want to go ahead and enter any longs or shorts, check out BingX and MEXC right here. Both of these platforms are not KYC platforms. And if you're looking for a VPN, check out NordVPN, offering 69% off with 3 months extra. But so far, so good. The market is looking pretty bullish in my opinion. We are entering the RSI a little bit on the oversold territory, overbought territory, I apologize. But that also shows that there's a lot of strength in Bitcoin, right? Which is typically a good sign for more of that market to be pushed even higher. Looking at altcoins right now, we see a little bit of neutral. We did see a lot of these altcoins pump a lot heavily over the week of last week, in at least the past 2 weeks, as Solana was ripping and Bitcoin was ripping as well, right? So I'm really interested in how altcoins are going to follow, despite the fact that altcoins have been following Bitcoin kind of one-to-one, which is quite interesting, right? It's not something that we see really often. Usually when we see Bitcoin dominance, go down, we usually tend to go ahead and see altcoins go up. And we actually had quite the opposite, right? We've actually had Bitcoin go down and altcoins go down as well. Bitcoin pumps, altcoins pump. So it's been quite interesting with what we're seeing. I wonder if there's going to be a decouple with a lot of these altcoins. And this is kind of the reason why we're not seeing too much momentum on these altcoins. I think a lot of people, especially retail, it's still in a place where they can't realize whether they should be bullish or bearish. But by the time retail gets excited, it's going to be within this $57,000 range, and they will go ahead and get wrecked. And this is the reason why I'm also making this video, because I do understand that retail sentiment is going to get super excited around this zone right here, and that's when everybody's going to freaking get wrecked in a market, right? So looking at this volume indicator, I believe it's called, I've been just using this as of recently. One of my buddies taught me how to use it. What I think it's called fixed range volume indicator, right? So looking at the fixed range volume indicator, we do see right here that within this zone at around $52,000-$53,000, there's really no resistance whatsoever. The only resistance we come into is $57,000. So as soon as we do go ahead and begin to rip that 53,800, I do see Bitcoin ripping through those stages with no problem and no hesitation, right? Where retail's going to get excited and they might be entering near this area right here, and could potentially end up buying the top and getting pushed all the way down to the bottom. I mean, keep in mind, if we do go ahead and pump from $57,000 with a correction of about 30%, will take us to around that $40,000 area of support for Bitcoin, which is extremely bullish, right? So just keep that in mind. I do believe that when we do see that kind of quick pump to the upside, we will also see altcoins take off, and then we might also see altcoins quickly correct with a 40% correction before altcoin season. That's what I'm assuming, because altcoins have also been, in my opinion, overly priced, and that would be the same thing with Solana, right? If we were to see Solana right here do the same thing, we just looked at Solana, but let's look at Solana one more time. If we were to see Solana come over to the zone at around 144, let's say 144, 150, even from this area right here down to this bottom right here where this area of support, that would take Solana to a 42% correction, which I believe a lot of these altcoins will go ahead and also do. So this is something we have to be very, very careful. There's a lot of money to be made to the upside, but let's not go ahead and get too excited as we're making money, because we will go ahead and make a lot of money in the next coming weeks, and a lot of excitement will come into the market, but that's usually when the market wrecks you, right? So be very, very careful with what we're seeing moving forward as well. Looking at the fear and greed chart, let me go ahead and refresh this. We are at the 72 at greed, which is not too bad. I've already expected us to be around the extreme greed, but right now it's a little bit greed in between neutral, right? So we do have the next update in about 2 hours, so we're going to go ahead and see how the market reacts in the next couple hours later on today. I will be live streaming that as well. Looking at the Coin 360, we see a little bit neutral. You know, Bitcoin still keeping up that dominance with a lot of these altcoins slightly fallen behind, right? So it's actually quite interesting. So it looks like a lot of the money still flowing into Bitcoin, and the dominance is higher. I mean, look at this dominance, 51.41% of dominance on Bitcoin. So this is the reason why altcoins are not doing too well as of yet, because more of the focus is longing Bitcoin at the moment. So that's where, you know, people feel more comfortable as well. So let's go ahead and see if we have any other questions. Ken says it's a nice day, but it's still snow on the ground from the snowstorm the other day. Nice, man. Where are you from, Ken? If you don't mind me asking. Moon Boy, how's it going? Other gang sent me here, aka Alex O Crypto. How's it going, man? How's it going? Hope you're having a good one today, Moon Boy. Moon Booty Boy. Did you change your freaking name, bro? That's freaking hilarious, man. You make me laugh. So that's what we're seeing right now so far. I am going to talk about a few things that we talked about earlier today. So if this is a little repetitive, keep in mind not everybody got to go ahead and see us yesterday or earlier today. I do have also new news sources, so don't go ahead and get too disappointed. But I did keep these two news sources up because I do believe these are very important. We're seeing right here Bitcoin LTF update, short liquidations yesterday, degen retail longs building up to 51.2 thousand Bitcoin. Let's see if BlackRock purchasing power lets Bitcoin have a tiny dip. Market maker needs to provide liquidity, and we are seeing a lot of liquidations within this range of 51,000, which pushed the price action of Bitcoin to where we're at right now. And now we're seeing other liquidity grabs being around this 52,500 leading into 53,000, right? So definitely this is the reason why I'm telling you there's really no resistance when it comes to these levels, and we could see Bitcoin rip through very easily with no hesitation. I also want to go ahead and show you this right here with Luke. The last time Bitcoin was at $50,000, Google search trends was above 90. Today Bitcoin is ripping through 52,000 and Google search trends are below 20. Retail is sleeping and this party hasn't even started. So this is the reason why I'm believing that this is going to be one of the biggest bull runs we'll have. There's a lot of bullish narratives and sentiments, in my opinion, that could definitely go ahead and push this market even higher. So definitely be very, very careful with what we're going to be getting, but don't be discouraged if you've lost money or haven't made money in this market just yet. We have plenty of opportunities also in the stock market. All right. So that is that. I do want to go ahead and show you, shout out to Dab Master, man. He's one of my mods that comes here whenever he gets the chance. He's been a long time supporter. He actually came out with this collection right here, 143 Love Balloons, which is a BingX inspired NFT 101, right? These are generated with AI, and he has released multiple collections. He just released one recently, and this one is currently on as well. If you want to go ahead and support him, make sure to go ahead and use the link that I'm going to share. He has not told me to go ahead and do any of this, but I just want to go ahead and show support to Dab Master for always being one of the first supporters since early on of last year, right? He's been a long time supporter, I believe, since last year. Yeah, I've actually grabbed me a few, and these were actually released for Valentine's Day. So yeah, definitely go ahead and show him some love with this. It's 0.01 to go ahead and mint. So definitely not only would I highly appreciate it, so would he. So he doesn't even know I'm shilling his NFT right now, because I'm just doing it just to support, just to support him. And if any of you have any projects, I'm more than welcome to go ahead and support all of you as well. So definitely go ahead and reach out to me with that. Let's go ahead and see. Mark, how's it going? Crash, I see green. We have to do the opposite, Mark. We know people get a little too excited when we see this market going up. New Jersey, right near NYC. Nice. 4:30 p.m. setting alarms as we speak. Derivatives. I'm only selling when we hit 56,000. Yeah, I think $57,000 is going to be a strong area of resistance. See, the problem is, man, is that a lot of people don't understand any of this. So most people get excited, especially retail. I know a lot of you here are pretty well experienced traders or have been in the market for a while, so you guys don't get easily emotionally excited when we see these market structures. But there's some people who are new to the channel that have no idea how crypto moves, right? Or people that are just entering the crypto space and might be influenced by other influencers out there that obviously don't know anything. So this is kind of the reason why I use these clickbait titles, and I try to go ahead and remind everybody as a reminder, hey, there's going to be a lot of freaking pumps coming, a lot of good opportunities to make money, but we also have to be an alert that this market could pivot anytime, right? I'm like trying to freaking sneeze, bro. Please do. I'm always there. Let's see. I'm selling when we hit 56,000. Look at Deluxe is a stock. They bought it up on Mitch Ray and was going crazy about that setup. Deluxe, it's a stock. Let's go ahead and look at that stock real quick. I don't really cover stocks, but I'm willing to do it. Yeah, but a correction is near. Don't get too excited for a correction because it might not be as we expect, but I do believe a correction is near. What is Deluxe, by the way? I do see it's on the NASDAQ, which I'm assuming it moves very closely to Bitcoin as well. Yeah, I don't know what Deluxe is. What is Deluxe? Mark says, I'll be right back. All right, for sure, Mark. I need to talk to you, man. I was in a Toshi's stream today, and she was telling me, you got to talk to Mark. I can't wait for the correction, buying opportunity. 100%. These are massive buying opportunities, right? Deluxe looks like it's about to break through this area of resistance. If we do see this 20.85 range broken, we could see Deluxe reaching this $25 range and above. So commercial printing forms, commercial services. I mean, this is definitely going to be a big thing, especially for, how we talked about how Trump's going to be pushing for corporate tax rate deductions, which is extremely bullish for the market, right? So Wall Street's getting all wet about that. But let's go ahead and take a look at the DXY, right? Talking about the DXY, I did talk about yesterday or earlier today that I definitely wanted to get a little bit more information on the DXY before I made my thesis and my analysis on it. It does look like the DXY is slowly coming back down to this range of around 104,281, which is actually bullish for crypto. But we also have to keep in mind, this is the reason why I'm talking about a market correction, right? We are going to be breaking past this 104.84 very, very soon. So we could be expecting this breakout on the DXY coming this week, Monday, I believe. If not, latest Wednesday, we'll see this kind of correction where the DXY breaks past this 104,800, and we will be seeing the DXY approach the next level of 105, right? There's really no resistance right here in the DXY. The major resistance that we were struggling with the longest was this zone right here, and then we broke that, and then right now where we're at right now, I would say these are major resistance areas. Anything from this 104,800 and above, we really have no resistance until 106. That's really where our next resistance comes in place. So I do expect the DXY to rip through these levels with no hesitation and no problem, right? So this is also an inverse head and shoulders pattern on the DXY, which has printed out pretty well since we called it, and this is the reason why I've been very cautious about this market coming to an end, right? So keep that in mind. The DXY will be ripping through that with no problem, in my opinion. Talk to me, where my popcorn? Just figure it up. Just figure I bring it up. Money is money. I agree with you 100%. The Toshi told you to speak to Mark. Please continue. Dude, I was in on a serious note, I've made more money the last 8 weeks than I did last year, so I'm a happy boy. Awesome, dude. Me too, man. I mean, the market has been ripping, especially meme tokens have been making crazy freaking money these last couple of days. But yeah, Mark, I was in Natoshi's, well, her name's not Natoshi anymore, but we'll just stick to Natoshi. I was in Natoshi's YouTube stream today. I was watching her. Haven't seen her in a while, bro. Apparently she was in the freaking Bahamas having a good time. I think she was out for almost a whole month, but I saw her today. I was like, I woke up this morning and I'm like, Natalie's online? What the heck? I was like, I haven't seen her in a while. I thought she was like still on vacation. So I watched her live stream, and then she tells me, she's like, John, I want you to go ahead and talk to Mark for me. I don't know what you've been telling her, bro. That's all she pretty much said to me. I don't know. He's like, I don't know. Mark tells me stuff every time, you know, when I'm on there. Natushi. I don't know if she said you were being mean to her. I don't know, but that's all she told me, man. Natushi. Oh, you guys are freaking funny, man. I want to go ahead and talk about this right here. The 9 ETFs now hold $259,000 in Bitcoin in total. I don't know how bullish this really is. You know how I feel about institutional buyers. I think I could care less about institutions. I guess some people get excited about this. I mean, it's kind of the same thing with the Bitcoin ETF. I was never once excited about that. I was the biggest bear in the room, and everybody was freaking getting mad at me. So I guess you could also say I like to do with the opposite of what people like to go ahead and believe in, right? Just in 9 new Bitcoin ETFs now hold 258,770 Bitcoin in total, buying an average of 10,000 Bitcoin per day. This is about 11x the daily insurance from the block reward. Chart daily number of Bitcoin acquired by ETFs and net of GBTC outflows. So I don't know how you can use that information as it being bullish. I really don't like to use that kind of, I guess, fundamental information. I don't know what you could call it, but I don't like using none of this kind of information for my TA. There's a few information that news sources that I like to go ahead and use. For example, maybe this one right here. The altcoin market just finished a 2W bullish cross. Rare signal in history of crypto. Last time was in 2016 and 2020. So let's go ahead and see what it shows right here. Let's see how bullish this freaking signal is. Altcoins market cap just witnessed a rare bullish cross. The last time we saw this was 2016 to 2020, which led to altcoin season. Fasten your seatbelt. Altcoin season 2024. It's closer. Here are a few Binance alt analysis. So this is pretty cool, man. As I mentioned, I think it's pretty good to go ahead and see other traders in the space also talking about this possible scenario of altcoin season. I've been talking about this. I usually, when I'm looking at these news, I'm looking at them with you. Like I don't really do any research when I go in on live stream. I just pretty much go through it raw. It's pretty much raw information. You know, whatever crosses my mind is what I'm sticking to. So as we see right here, back in 2016, we had this bull run happen, and back in 2020, we had this bull run happen. And right now, 2024, we're coming into this bull run, right? So not because I called about this market crash, it doesn't mean that it's going to be a complete red market, right? It just means that we could be following some sort of correction on Bitcoin, which could take us anywhere between 30% and for altcoins a 40% correction. So just don't panic is what I'm trying to tell you, right? Just load up on those dips, because there will be a lot of bearish sentiment coming in if we do go ahead and see those levels get rejected. Bullish ascending broadening wedge forming on Bitcoin, preparing for a parabolic move, right? So let's go ahead and see what this trader says right here. This is a pretty good trader. I like his content. Let me go ahead and give him a follow. According to the wedge, is a bullish chart pattern, Bitcoin is going to move higher, and we see this right here being showcased, where we could go ahead and see the possibility of Bitcoin ripping to the levels of $68,000 and above, right? We see this 2020 right here chart where we saw Bitcoin rip after we had this pattern to new all-time highs, resulting into over $19,000 in Bitcoin. Then we see 2023 where we touched that $45,000, and this right here is showing us that we could see Bitcoin approaching over $68,000, right? So I do believe in that. So I wouldn't be surprised of that kind of movement. As we talked about, anywhere between the range that we're in right now with the Bitcoin, there's no resistance to be found, right? So we will be seeing, as long as we get the volume and the momentum, we should be pushing towards 52,000 and above with no hesitation. The only resistance we are getting into will be around the $57,000 range, which a lot of good traders will probably already be offloading their bags, right? Doesn't mean we can't see a slight $58,000, $59,000 Bitcoin, but retail will more than likely get hammered as usual within those ranges, unless we just full send, man. Unless we just see Bitcoin rip to like $80,000, which is also possible. But on a technical standpoint and fundamentally, it just wouldn't really make too much sense, right? The DXY is reversing. The US 100 is also reaching some sort of top, which is the NASDAQ is also reaching the top. So there's just a lot of things fundamentally that shouldn't be the case. But knowing how crypto is and Bitcoin is, anything's possible, right? We could see that big, massive move. But in my opinion, I think a massive move like that on Bitcoin would be more bearish than bullish, right? Because that means the correction will be a lot harder and higher of a correction if we were to see that kind of movement. Hong Kong Bitcoin futures ETF volume hits all-time high after the Lunar New Year open. So we talked about how Hong Kong was pushing to go ahead and get those ETFs going. I don't know why my freaking account just got blocked, bro. Really, this is the problem with freaking Twitter, man. You just can't with Twitter sometimes. You can't. It's like Twitter blocks you from just opening freaking certain things. So we see right here, Bitcoin over the 4 hourly, we will be reaching that $55,000 range on Bitcoin. So do expect that on Bitcoin coming soon as well. And then we're going to go ahead and talk about some altcoins. Let me go ahead and read some comments real quick, see what's going on. I know what she did there. Banana USDT. Is that an actual token, Mark? Ken says, especially if crypto is going to be going down, might as well diversify a little bit, grab up some deluxe, let this shoot up, sell it, and buy more Bitcoin. Yeah, see, the thing is too, also, Ken, you have to understand that Bitcoin moves very closely to the NASDAQ. So if deluxe is with the NASDAQ, I think it was listed on the NASDAQ, it's also going to follow what Bitcoin's doing, right? So anything tech related usually follows Bitcoin. So just be very careful on what you're doing there. Moon Booty Boy says, I last saw her on a weird morning video. A weird morning video. Well, actually, I'd be buying it because I really think it's going to be the thing to go up. Also, check out, Ken, since you are a stock person, check out Riot and Mara. Those are Bitcoin miners. And this is very bullish if you believe in Bitcoin. You could go ahead and use this as a hedge and a leverage. So I would check out Mara and Riot, those are really good miners. I used to trade those all the time, especially during the bull run when we see Bitcoin ripping through new all-time highs. Having some call options are freaking solid on that, man. You'll literally make over $10,000 per call option, and these options go anywhere between $100 to $300. So I would suggest you loading up on that too. Not financial advice, if you get the chance and the opportunity. Mark says, weird, you're being polite. Rephrase 3 times before posting. Your lovishness lush on John. I hear vibrations. That dim airdrop turned out to be awesome. LOL. Nice, man. What is a dim airdrop? Is it this one right here, the DOP testnet? FAP USDT for sure, Buzzy. We need a mod in here. Where's Dave? LOL. But John, I still don't know what we have to talk about. No, well, I just told you. I don't know. Natoshi just said, talk to Mark. He said that you were being, I don't know, freaking mean to her, weird to her. I don't know. She just said that you made her feel uncomfortable for whatever reason. I don't know what you told her. Wedding date. On a different note, longing people since yesterday, waiting for higher targets. TP, right? Maybe I'll get 2 camels and a goat for her. Thanks, Seb. Yeah, maybe you could go ahead and do that. Sheeps, many sheeps, not financial advice. Didn't you see her post on X, John? I didn't see Natoshi's post on X. I didn't, man. What did she post? Did she post a really nice quote? I don't even think I could access my Twitter right now, man. Like, Twitter's ridiculous. Like, they're over here blocking accounts and everything out of nowhere. Look at that. Freaking blocking me, dude. I'm gonna have to go ahead. I always have to do that. It's freaking annoying. I didn't see her post what Natoshi posted, though. Altcoins. So let's go ahead and look at these potential low cap altcoins. We see one right here. Surge is a new low cap altcoin degen play with a DePIN narrative. They offer decentralized data storage powered by multiple chains. You know how bullish I feel about anything related to data storages. Data storages is something that's freaking massive in the world, and a lot of people don't understand how big this is, but it is on BSC, but you could go ahead and check it out on MEXC. So let me go ahead and post this smart contract right here. FFS, he's even got the link. Oh, this guy's ready with the freaking link and everything. Check it. Twitter lets me freaking run this thing. Yeah, it doesn't. Let me go ahead and try to log into my Twitter account again. My account was locked, that's why. Let me go ahead and unlock my account real quick. Is that what Natoshi? No, that is not my phone number, bro. I don't know what phone number you're talking about. Richard, I did see Pepe freaking fly, bro. I did see that. We'll talk about Pepe right now. I'm doing this freaking Elon Musk is checking if I'm not a bot right now, bro. Like, you can't make this thing up. I have to do like 10 little freaking quests. Like, look, this is what Elon Musk is making me freaking do, bro. You can't make this thing up. I have to go ahead and check multiple times which one is which. This is ridiculous, man. I do this thing over and over and over again, right? So let me finish up with this this quest that we have here. I guess I move like a robot. I'm a little too fast. They're like, this thing must not be human. He moves too fast. This has to be a bot. No human is capable of moving through Twitter that quick. I'm almost done, chat. Hold on. I'm almost done. I have 2 more to go. I'm just putting it on my other screen because I don't know what information I'm going to dox myself. Okay, you've proven you're human. Continue your action. Wow. Wonderful. Dude, it's making me freaking do it again. You can't make this thing up, bro. Freaking Elon Musk, man. This was supposed to make Twitter better, and it's actually made it worse. It's freaking annoying. And it has to make me do like over 8 of them. This post better be worth it, Mark. Let's see. We're almost done. This is ridiculous, man. This really is. I've done this so many freaking times over the past. I probably do one of these every freaking day, like straight up. I probably do one of these every freaking day. Like, Twitter thinks I'm a bot or something. You've proven you're human. Continue your action. Your account is now available to use. Hey, Mark, what happened to the post? Oh my gosh, it's making me log in again, bro. You can't make this thing up. Did I get banned? Did you hack me? I think Mark might have hacked me. I'm messing around. Dude, it's not letting me freaking log in now. Like, it literally says your page is not found. Like, you can't make this thing up. Well, let me try one more time. Look, this is the error that I get. Twitter.com. It doesn't let me freaking log in, dude. You think she blocked me? She probably did, huh? No, well, I can't even log in into my account. That's kind of the problem that I'm having right now. I can't even log in onto my Twitter account. It says account, this page doesn't exist. Please try searching something else. And I'm trying to access my account, bro. Like, what do you mean it doesn't freaking exist? Okay, I think it worked. I think it worked, chat. It worked. Okay. It worked. What's, Natoshi Trades? We could just search her up. Nats Trades. Nat Trade 7. Was it this one right here or what? I'm assuming it's probably that one, huh? Oh my god, freaking Mark. Why did you freaking comment on her freaking profile, bro? She was probably just waking up and she said, let me go ahead and make a quick video while I'm sleeping, right? Twitter never asked me if I'm human. Dude, I always get that way too often. Zeta has been also pumping like crazy. Wish I bought more, but I gotta run now. Have a nice day. Have a good one, Ken. Maybe it's the blue hair. Maybe it is, man. It's just a post of Natalie. Nothing special. I don't even know how to shut off my PC. It says window open and now I'm freezing. John's been blocked. Yep, play sound. I'm not going to play sound, bro. I'm not going to go ahead and do it right now live. Like, I'm going to do that on my free time. I'm gonna listen to it on my free time. Now that I know the post that you're talking about, I'm going to go ahead and, hey, I didn't make that video. Well, what did you comment, bro? I'm interested now in what you freaking said, bro. That's probably the reason why she told me that today when I saw her. She's like, John, I know you talked to Mark. She's like, tell him to stop doing that to me. She'd have mascara running if I made it. Oh my god, you guys are freaking funny. Another good project right now is Flux Network. Has been massively underspoken about socials by their influencers, especially on YouTube. Now people are starting to realize the massive potential behind this project. Flux is also a pretty good project as well. Obviously, you could go ahead and trade Flux on BingX and MEXC, so go ahead and check those platforms down below. But you guys freaking make me laugh, man. Free time fap. Dude, you guys are freaking crazy. I was being nice. What'd you tell her, bro? That's what I would love to freaking read my comment. I'm gonna read it, dude. I'm gonna read it right now. Like, I'm gonna pull it up on my Twitter on my off time off camera, just because I don't want to do that to Nat, right? Like, I'm not gonna go ahead and put her like that. Whatever she's saying, I'm not gonna expose her like that. So I'm gonna watch her on my own time. Oh, I actually commented. I think I watched that video. Like, I actually literally commented on that video back on January 25th. I said, waiting at ... You guys are freaking crazy, man. You guys are freaking crazy. Another low cap token that is massively undervalued that could be substantial games is FRA, recently rebranded from Fedora to Fractional Network. Is a layer 1 POS validator mechanism that already has a user bear using the network. Secure DeFi manager on-chain data. So that's freaking bullish. Some macro TM Fedora suggests a huge accumulation as a token forming a nice bottom range. The price target of this can be an astronomical range high, sits as a 100% increase on the current prices. So we could see FARA or Fedora freaking hit new all-time highs. So definitely check that out on the daily. Trending right now, Pith is also a really good token on the 4-hourly. We are seeing a huge level of support coming. Pith suggests a short-term cool-off to the demand support zone, then a continuation to price discovery. Also, exchanges on Bybit, MEXC, and BingX. So definitely go ahead and check out the rest of those platforms as usual. Gotta go. Duty calls. Mad love. Later, man. Take care. I'm gonna watch it on my own time. You guys are freaking hilarious, man. Banks are pushing SEC to make it easier to buy digital assets like Bitcoin. So that's actually quite interesting. We'll see where that goes. It is quite difficult to go ahead and buy a lot of these cryptocurrencies, but a lot of buying opportunities with a lot of these altcoins as well. So I would definitely recommend everybody to go ahead and check out these altcoins. That's pretty much it on my end, chat. I mean, we pretty much went through all we had to go ahead and go through today. As always, make sure to go ahead and check out these platforms, BingX and MEXC. Both of these platforms are non-KYC, and check out NordVPN offering 69% off with 3 months extra. So go ahead and load up on a lot of these altcoins, and I'll catch